Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this little sweater for baby girls between 6 and 9 months old. It's part of a new baby set that I'm going to show you, which includes the matching baby pants, these here, the matching little sun hat, this one here, and the matching little bonnet, this one here. I'm also going to make the matching baby booty, so stay tuned for these tutorials. Okay, so I hope you like it, and without further say, let's get started, and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this double knit baby yarn. It's by this brand. It's called Super Soft Baby Double Knit James C. Brett. I'm going to make it in this pink color. If you're in the US, you can use any light number 3 baby yarn. Okay, so to begin, I have 53 chains. This chain here measures about 28 centimeters, which is about 11 inches. Okay, so on the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, I'm going to make a single crochet into the next chain, single crochet into the next chain, and so on. At the end of this first row, we're going to have a total of 52 single crochets. So continue like this, just making single crochets, and I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 52 single crochets. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. On top of the first single crochet, I'm going to make a single crochet. On top of the next, another single crochet, and so on. For this second row, this is all we're going to do. So continue like this. At the end of the second row, you should have 52 single crochets as well. So I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the second row. I have 52 single crochets. Now for the third row, chain 3 and turn. Here we're going to make V-stitches. So to begin, on the second single crochet, 1, 2, I'm going to make my first V-stitch. So make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip 1 single crochet, and into the next, make another V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Skip 1 single crochet, and into the next, another V-stitch, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. This is all we're going to do for the third row, so continue like this, and I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. I have a total of 25 V-stitches. Now to finish, skip 1 single crochet, and into the last single crochet, make a double crochet. And that's how we finish the third row. Now for the fourth row, chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make V-stitches again. So make a double crochet inside the first one, chain 1, double crochet. Into the second, do the same thing, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Continue like this for this fourth row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the fourth row. I have a total of 25 V-stitches. To finish, we're going to go here to the top of the 3 chains here and make a double crochet. That's how we finish the fourth row. Now for the fifth row, chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make fans in this fifth row. So beginning into this first one, we're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Inside the next one, same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this for this fifth row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the fifth row. I have 25 fans. Now to finish, go on top of the last chain here at the end and make a double crochet. Now for the sixth row, chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these fans, we're going to make V-stitches in this row. So make a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet into the first fan, jump to the next one and do the same thing. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. Continue like this for this sixth row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this sixth row, and I have a total of 25 V-stitches. To finish, go on top of the third chain here and make a double crochet. And that's how we finish this row. Now for the seventh row, chain 3 and turn. Inside each one of these V-stitches, we're going to make 5 double crochets. So beginning into the first one, make 5 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing into the next one, and so on. Continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of the 7th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 7th row. I have a total of 25 fans. Each one has 5 double crochets. Now to finish, we're going to go here to the end and make a double crochet on top of the 3 chains. And that's how we finish the 7th row. Now for the 8th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to make 1 double crochet on each one of these fans. So we have 5, 5, 5, and so on. So you're just going to make 1 double crochet on each one of the double crochets. So beginning into the first one here, we're going to make a double crochet, that's 2, double crochet 3, double crochet 4, double crochet 5, and so on. Jump to the next one and continue with just making double crochets. I'll meet you at the end of this 8th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this 8th row. Up to here, I have 125 double crochets, including the 3 chains here at the beginning. Now, I'm going to skip this last double crochet, and on top of the 3 chains, I'm going to make my last double crochet so that at the end of this 8th row, we have a total of 126 double crochets. Now, for the 9th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, we're going to alternate between front post and back post double crochets, front post and back post double crochets. So beginning into the 2nd double crochet, I'm going to begin with a front post double crochet, into the next one, a back post double crochet, into the next one, front post double crochet, and so on. You're just going to continue and alternate between these 2 stitches, a front post and a back post double crochet. Continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of this 9th row to show you what we need to do next. I'm here at the end of the 9th row. Now to finish, we're going to go here on top of the 3 chains and make a double crochet. Now at the end of this 9th row, you should have a total of 126 double crochets, including the 3 chains at the beginning. Now for the 10th row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. In this row, all we're going to do are double crochets on top of each one of the double crochets from the previous row. So beginning into the 2nd double crochet, we're going to make our first double crochet, then double crochet on top of the next, double crochet on top of the next, and so on. Continue like this. At the end of the 10th row, you should have 126 double crochets, including the 3 chains here at the beginning. I'll meet you there to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 10th row and I have a total of 126 double crochets. So this part here is done. This is the yoke. Now in the next row, we're going to divide the sleeve. So let me tell you where I placed my stitch marker. So here I have 18 double crochets. Between this stitch marker and the next, I have 27. This is going to be one of the sleeves. Between this stitch marker and this one here, this is the back, I have 36 double crochets. Between this stitch marker and this one, I have 27. This is going to be the other sleeve. And here at the end on this side, I have 18 double crochets. So you should have a total of 126 double crochets, including the 3 chains. Now in the next row, row 1, we're going to divide the sleeves. So to do that, we're going to chain 3, we're going to turn, and here we're going to work these 18 double crochets. The 3 chains count as your first double crochet here, so continue making these next double crochets until you have 18, and I'll meet you here to show you how we're going to divide the first sleeve. Okay, I finished making these 18 double crochets, including the 3 chains. I have 18 double crochets. So now here we're going to chain 8. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to skip 27 double crochets and into the next double crochet, this one here after the stitch marker, we're going to make a double crochet. Here we're going to make these 36 double crochets, so I'll meet you right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these 36 double crochets. I chained 8. We're going to skip these 27 double crochets, and into the double crochet after the stitch marker, we're going to make a double crochet. Now here we're going to finish these last 18 double crochets, so I'll meet you at the end of this first row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I finished here by making a double crochet on top of the 3 chains, and this is how we finish this part. You should have a total of 72 double crochets, so we have 18 plus 36 plus 18, and on both sides we have 8 chains. Now for the second row, we're going to chain 3 and turn. The 3 chains counts as your first double crochet. Now here we're going to work 16 double crochets. So finish making these 16 double crochets and I'll meet you right here to show you what we're going to do here under the sleeve. Okay, I made these 16 double crochets including the 3 chains. So now into these last 2 double crochets, we're going to do 2 double crochets on each one. So here, make 2 double crochets into this next, and into the last double crochet, same thing, 2 double crochets. Here we're going to increase a couple of more stitches, so that's what it should look like, 2 and 2. Now we have 8 chains here. Into the first, the second, and the third chain, you're going to make 1 double crochet on each. Into the fourth and the fifth chain, you're going to make 2 double crochets on each, and then into the 6th, 7th, and 8th, we're going to finish with 1 double crochet on each. So let me show you. Into the first chain, make 1 double crochet. Into the second chain, 1 double crochet. Into the third, 1 double crochet. Into the fourth, 2 double crochets. Into the fifth, 2 double crochets. Into the 6th chain, make 1 double crochet. Into the 7th chain, 1 double crochet. And into the 8th chain, the last one, make 1 double crochet. Now for this part here, you should have 10 double crochets now, see? So here we did 2 and 2, and then we have the 8 chains. We have 10 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here into these next 2, we're going to do the same thing we did here on this side. Into the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Into the second, make 2 double crochets. And then continue along and make 1 double crochet on each one of these double crochets until you come here. We're going to do the same thing into these last 2 double crochets. So I'll meet you right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these double crochets here along the back, and then into the last 2 double crochets, we did the same thing we did here at the beginning. We did 2 double crochets into this one, 2 double crochets into this one, and then here where we have the 8 chains, we did the same thing we did here on the other side. Into the first chain we did 1, into the second 1, into the third 1 double crochet, and into the 4th and 5th chain we did 2 and 2, and then finish with 1, 1, 1. So we have a total of 10 double crochets here. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now here on this other side, into the first double crochet, we're going to work 2 double crochets. Into the next, 2 double crochets. And here we're just going to finish by making these last 16 double crochets. So continue and finish this row. I'll meet you at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row and I have a total of 100 double crochets. Now for the third row, you're going to chain 3 and turn. Here in this row, what we're going to do is we're going to make front post and back post double crochets. Here I'm going to keep the same design as I did here, so I'm going to make this row of front post and back post double crochets every 4th row. See, we already have 3 rows of double crochet, so into the next I'm going to make this row of front post and back post double crochet. So beginning into this second double crochet right there, make a front post double crochet, the next one back post double crochet, next one front post double crochet, next one back post double crochet. This is all we're going to do for this third row, so continue like this and I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. This is where we did front post and back post double crochets. So now to finish this row, we're going to go on top of the 3 chains here and make a double crochet. Now for this row and all the rows to follow, we're always going to have 100 double crochets. Now from here on, we're going to do 3 rows of double crochets only. So for rows 4, 5, and 6, you're just going to chain 3 and turn, and beginning into the second double crochet, you're going to make a double crochet, into the next a double crochet, into the next a double crochet, and so on. When you finish this row, you're going to chain 3, turn, and then come back and make one more row of double crochets. When you finish that 5th row, you're going to chain 3 and turn, and for the 6th row you're going to also make a row of double crochet. So we're going to make 3 rows of just double crochet. So I'll meet you at the end of the 6th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 6th row. This is where we have done 3 rows of double crochets. Now the pattern consists of 3 rows of double crochets, and then in the 4th row you do the front post and back post double crochets. So for row 7, that's what we're going to do. So chain 3 and turn. Now here into the second double crochet, work a front post double crochet, into the next a back post double crochet, into the next front post double crochet, into the next back post double crochets. So here you're just going to continue and finish this 7th row. Then you're going to repeat again 3 rows of just double crochets, and then the 4th row of front post and back post double crochets. I'm not exactly sure how many rows I'm going to do, but continue like this and I'll meet you at the end of this row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 19th row. This last row that I did is the row where we do the front post and back post double crochets. As it is, it's measuring, let's see. It measures about 11 inches, which is about 28 centimeters. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we're going to work single crochets along the edges. So to do that here, I'm going to chain 1. Now here, this is going to be the right side. If you notice, these fans here are on the right side. If we turn, you can see that it's the back of the fans. So make sure that you're on the right side. Okay, so here I chained 1, and into this first double crochet I'm going to make 2 single crochets, and then we have the 3 chains, so make 2 single crochets, and then again 2 single crochets, 2 single crochets, and so on. So continue like this, just making 2 single crochets on each one of the stitches here along the edge, and I'll meet you right about here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the top. Up to here I have 54 single crochets. This is the row where we did the first row of V stitches. So now we still need to make 2 more single crochets because we have 2 more rows of single crochet. So into the next row make 1, and into the last 1 single crochet. So we have 56 single crochets along this side. Make sure that you do the same number of stitches here along the other side. Now into this very corner stitch right here, this is the first chain right there, we're going to make 3 single crochets like this, and then we're going to continue along the neckline just making single crochets like this. So continue like this. Once you come here to this other end right here on this other side, make sure that into the last chain right on top right there you make 3 single crochets, and then we have the 2 rows of single crochets. So right here you're going to make 1, and then 1, and then 2 from here on. Remember, we did 2 single crochets on each one of these stitches along the very edge. So continue, and I'll meet you right here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I made these single crochets here along this other side. So now into this last space here, I did 3 single crochets instead of 2 because we're going to work single crochets along this bottom part. So here on top of the first double crochet, make 1 single crochet on top of the next, and so on. You're just going to continue and make 1 single crochet for each one of the double crochets, and I'll meet you here on this other end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these single crochets around the bottom part. Now to finish, I did 1 last single crochet here into this last stitch, To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch. Now we're going to work single crochets along this part here again. So to do that, we're going to chain one, and into the same stitch here where I did the slip stitch, make one single crochet. Then continue into the next and make a single crochet into the next, and so on. Continue like this, and I'll meet you right up here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making these single crochets. This is the second row. So I'm right at the top of the second row. Now in the third row, once we chain one and turn, we're going to make our buttonholes. Since this little jacket that I'm making is for a baby girl, I'm going to do my buttonholes on the right side. If you are making this for a baby boy, you're going to have to do them here on this side. So here, you're going to do them in the exact same way I'm going to do them here. So to do that, what I did is into the second single crochet, or let's see, it's into the third single crochet, 1, 2, 3, I put a stitch marker. So between this stitch marker and the next, there's 8 stitches, and between this stitch marker and the next, there's 8 stitches. I'm going to be using very little buttons, so if you're using bigger buttons, make sure that the stitch that you're going to skip is enough to fit through the buttons that you're going to use. You may need to skip 2 single crochets instead of 1, so be sure to look out for that. Okay, so here, to do this next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to skip this very first single crochet, and into the next one here, I'm going to make a single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next here, make a single crochet like this. Then I'm going to make 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain 1, skip 1 single crochet, and into the next single crochet, and then continue along and do the same thing for this last stitch marker here. Now I'm only going to do 3 buttonholes, but if you want to make more, you would do them in the same way. Okay, so continue and finish, and I'll meet you right here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the third row. Now this is what it looks like. This is where we did the buttonholes. Now we're going to chain 1, turn, and for the fourth row we're going to make a single crochet into the first stitch here, and then continue along all the way to the top, just making single crochets like this. Okay, so continue. Once you come here where we have the chain 1 space right there, you're just going to make a single crochet here, here, and then here at the end, and finish right on top. I will meet you up here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this fourth row here. I just did my last stitch, cut my yarn, and passed my yarn through that last loop. And this part here is done. This is where we did the buttonholes on this side. Now, for the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing here. We already have 1 row, so we're going to start up here, then go down working single crochets, chain 1, and then work our way up for the third row, chain 1, turn, and go back down for the fourth row. If you're making this little jacket for a baby boy, this is where you would make the buttonholes on your third row. So you would do them exactly how we did them here, except that you would be starting from the bottom up. It's the same way. So here, to do this next couple rows here, we're going to start from the top. I'm just going to insert my hook here at the very corner, grab this loop here. Let's see, I'm going to make 1 like this, bring it through the front, chain 1, and into the same stitch here, make your first single crochet, and then just work your way down working single crochets until you come to the very last single crochet. So like this. Okay, once you finish this second row, you're going to chain 1, turn, and come back up, and then same thing here at the end of the third row, chain 1, turn, and then work your way down. I'll meet you at the end of the fourth row, which is right here, to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished this fourth row here. All I did was cut my yarn and pass my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. Now I'm going to make 1 more row all around. We're going to go here at the bottom, then come up, and then around the neckline, and then come back down. So to do this, I'm going to use this white yarn. It's the same light number 3 baby yarn. I'm just going to go here into this single crochet right there, and I'm going to make, actually I'm going to grab a loop, bring it through the front, chain 1, and into the same stitch here make a single crochet, single crochet into the next stitch here, single crochet into the next stitch. I'm going to skip this one here and go directly on top of the next single crochet and make a single crochet. Yeah, that looks good. And then continue along the bottom, just making single crochets. When I come here to this other end, I'm going to make 2 single crochets into the very corner stitch right here, and then go up. Here again, I'm going to make 2 single crochets right into that very corner stitch and continue along the neckline. Here again, I'm going to make 2 single crochets and then continue my way down and finish here. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I finished making this row in this color white. This is where we did single crochets all around. I finished right here. I cut my yarn and then just passed my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done, and that's what it looks like. There it is. I also went ahead and added my buttons. Here, what I did was I just had a basic button, the ones where you have the 2 little holes in the middle, and then I sewed it first to this side. Then right on top, I hot glued these little flowers, and then I went back and just did a couple of stitches through the little holes to keep these little flowers in place so that the baby doesn't pull them off or anything. So they're in there nice and secure, they're not going to come off. And that's all I did. See, that's what it looks like. And then I went ahead and also did one of the sleeves, and this is what it looks like. So we're going to do the exact same thing I did here on this other side, so that when you do the other sleeve, you're going to do the exact same thing. So here, we're going to go under the sleeve. Now here we have 8 double crochets, so we're going to find the middle. So right here, I have 4 double crochets on this side and then 4 double crochets on this side. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. So insert your hook there, grab a loop, bring it through the front, chain 2, and into the same space here, make 1 double crochet. And now we're going to make 3 more. So between the next 2, double crochet, between the next 2, double crochet, that's 3, and between the next 2, double crochet, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here, we're going to yarn over. We have this double crochet that's here, and then right here, we're going to insert our hook. This is just a gap between this double crochet and then here, these 2 double crochets. So right there, insert your hook, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and then insert your hook here where we have this double crochet, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. Now we're going to make 1 more. This stitch reduction that we did counts as a double crochet. So now again, yarn over, insert your hook into this stitch. This is where this double crochet is. So into that same stitch, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, yarn over, and then on top of the first double crochet here for the sleeve, insert your hook, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. And there it is. So from here on, we're just going to work double crochets all around. So continue like this, and I'll meet you here at this other end, right about here, to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at this other end of the sleeve. This is the first row. Up to here I have 31 double crochets, and I still have 1 more double crochet that's part of the sleeve. So here we're going to work a stitch reduction into these next 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert your hook on top of the last double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, then insert your hook into this stitch right here. This stitch has this double crochet, so into that same stitch, insert your hook, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. There's 1 double crochet. Remember, the stitch reductions count as 1 double crochet. Now again, yarn over, we're going to insert our hook right here where we have this double crochet, take 2 loops off, yarn over, then we're going to go here into this very corner right there, grab a loop, take 2 loops off, 3 loops on the hook, close. So here's another double crochet. Now in this space here, we're going to work 4 double crochets. So it doesn't really matter where you insert your hook, just as long as you end with 4 double crochets here for this part. So there's 1, and to the next I'm going to make another one that's 2, let's see, 3, and then 4 right here. that's 4 double crochet. See, so here we had 31 double crochet, so that's 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 double crochets for this first row. So now go to the top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch, and this is how we finish the first row. Now in the second row we're going to chain 2, and into the same stitch here I'm going to make a double crochet. Now we're going to work these 4 double crochets, or actually 1, 2, 3 more. So make a double crochet into the next, that's 2 on top of the next, 3 on top of the next, 4. Now we have the 2 stitch reductions that we did in the first row. We're going to reduce them, so we're going to make a stitch reduction here. So yarn over, insert your hook on top of the first one, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook on top of the second one, take 2 loops off, 3 loops in the hook, close. And now we're just going to continue here all around the sleeve, just working double crochet. So continue, and I'll meet you here on this other end to show you how we're going to finish this second row. Okay, I'm here at this other end of the second row. Up to here, this last double crochet that I did, I have 30 double crochets, and then my next 2 stitches are the 2 stitch reductions that we did on this side. So we're going to reduce it just like we did at the beginning. So yarn over, insert your hook on top of the first stitch, take 2 loops off, yarn over, insert your hook on top of the next, take 2 loops off, 3 loops in the hook, close. That's the stitch reduction. Now here we're going to work these 4 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we should have a total of 35 stitches here now. So we had 30 right here, then we have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Perfect. So to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and make a slip stitch. Now from here on we're going to continue and keep the same pattern like we did here for the body of the little sweater. Remember, we did 3 rows of double crochets, and then we worked front post and back post double crochets on the 4th row. So since we already had 1 row here around the sleeve that was double crochets, now we have 3 since we did 2 rows. So 1, 2, 3. So in the 3rd row around the sleeve, we're going to work the front post and back post double crochets. From here on, we're not going to make any more reductions. We're just going to continue with the same pattern here. So to do the 3rd row, you're going to chain 2, and this first double crochet that's here, work a front post double crochet, the next one back post double crochet, next one front post double crochet, and so on. Okay, so continue like this, and I'll meet you here at the end of this 3rd row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the 3rd row. My last stitch here was a front post double crochet. Now to finish this row and all the rows to follow, you're just going to go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And this is how I finished the 3rd row with a total of 35 stitches all around. So now for rows 4 through 19, we're going to keep with the same pattern here. You're going to make 3 rows of just double crochets, and then in the 4th row you're going to work front post and back post double crochets. So to start you off on the 4th row, you're just going to chain 2, and into the same stitch here we're going to make a double crochet on top of the next, double crochet and on top of the next, and so on. For this row, you're just going to make double crochets all around. For the next 2 rows, same thing, double crochets all around, and then in the 4th row, you're going to do the front post and back post double crochets. So continue like this, and I'll meet you at the end of the 19th row to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I did a total of 19 rows. My last row here was the row where we do front post and back post double crochet. So this is where we started. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 rows. Now what I'm going to do in the next row is we're going to work single crochets all around, and we're going to work these stitches from the inside out. So beginning here, I'm going to insert my hook into this first single crochet right there, and with this color white I'm going to chain 2. Actually I'm going to chain 1. Into the same stitch here I'm going to make my first single crochet, and then single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch. Here I'm trying to hide these yarns, so Just continue all around, just working single crochets. When you're done, just join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut your yarn and pass your yarn through that last loop, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'll come back and show you our finished baby sweater. Okay, I finished making this last row here of single crochets. Here I just joined to the first single crochet, cut my yarn and passed my yarn through that last loop, and this part here is done. Now the sleeve is a tiny bit long, but if you don't want this, what you can do is instead of making 3 rows of double crochets, you only make 2, and it should help with the length there. What I plan to do is just fold it like this, so it looks just as nice. That's what it looks like. So you're going to do the exact same thing we did on this side. You're going to do it here on this other side. Is exactly the same way. You shouldn't have any problems since that is exactly what I did. Okay, so now let me give you the measurements of the finished baby sweater. From the top of the neckline down to the end here, it's measuring 12 inches, which is about 30 centimeters. From the top of the neckline to the end of the sleeve, it's measuring 11 inches, which is about 28 centimeters. From under the sleeve to the end of the sleeve, it's measuring 6.5 inches, which is about 16 centimeters. And around the waist, it's measuring 19.5 inches, which is about 49 centimeters. So based on these measurements, I'd say that this little jacket is for a baby between 6 and 9 months. Now, you can also make it smaller or bigger up to 18 months. You can do that by just changing your hook size. So let me tell you here what you need to do. If you want to make it for a newborn, use a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook with baby yarn number 3. For a baby between 0 and 3 months, use a 3 millimeter crochet hook, also with baby yarn number 3 or DK yarn, which is what I used. For a baby between 3 and 6 months, use a 3.25 millimeter crochet hook, also with baby yarn number 3. And like I said, for 6 to 9 months, I used a 3.5 millimeter crochet hook with DK yarn or number 3 baby yarn. For a baby between 9 and 12 months, use a 4 millimeter crochet hook with baby yarn number 3. And for a baby between 12 and 18 months, use a 4.5 millimeter crochet hook. Remember that these sizes are not exact since not all babies are the same size. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Until next time.